Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I am back at it again with some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Big news and updates here on the channel, guys. Let's finally talk about what this new game mode will actually be. Okay, we have a couple ideas, speculation. There's been some things circulating online since the reveal of this, and I gotta know, what the hell are they cooking with this new game mode? Now, keep in mind, this is not the survival mode, okay? Basically, what they showed in the trailer, for the most part, everything that they showed in that initial trailer and what they've been showing in V-Jump scans and promoting so far, has all been part of the paid DLC content, okay, that's coming this summer. Now, I think that's dumb. I think that's really, it's incredibly stupid to have stages. I guess outfits are okay. I mean, I'm not gonna, say that's a big, obviously I want that to be free, but stages and a new game mode, like that should not be paid content, in my opinion. Over anything, a new game mode, like, period, should not be paid. But it just depends on, like, what this actually is. We'll see. Again, I'm not going to jump the gun too much, too quickly just yet. We still have barely any information on this other than what they've been kind of showing in V-Jump. They've been teasing stuff, and I'll go over what the potential translations are, but at the same time, it's like, I can't really rely on it too much. But basically, this, at face value, it looks like some kind of interactive exploration mode. It kind of reminds me, like, when you're seeing this, okay, when you're seeing the first initial look, you got Goku with the world map, okay? This is the, classic, map that they've been using for the Dragon Ball series. It's in, Kakarot, the other Tenkaichi games and everything. We have a little icon of Master Roshi with the hyperbolic time chamber in the back. We have one of Cell with the Cell games. We have Vegeta in the Wasteland. We have another Wasteland area with a question mark. And then we have this one, which looks like it's the beach kind of archipelago. Is that how you pronounce it? I still fuck that shit up. You guys know that map, right? They're all scattered around the entire world of Dragon Ball, right? So I'm assuming these are, selective. You can select these, and maybe they're battles. I don't really know, but when you're seeing it, it kind of reminds me of how Ultimate Tenkaichi and even Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and even the Budokai games, I think it was Budokai 3 or Infinite World, one of those, and even I think Shin Budokai 2 also had this where you could explore. There was like not an open world type of thing, but, it was a map. You could explore the map. You would go to certain locations, and then you could do battles or do little interactive things. It was pretty cool, and this is kind of the same look right here, like from Ultimate Tenkaichi. This is literally like the same thing. You have Goku, or your character, right, that you're playing as, kind of in the background, and then in the front, on top of it, there's an overlaid map that you can view. Pretty much looks exactly the same right here, right? So I'm assuming that it could be something like this. Now, if it is, it would be weird because this is kind of the main story mode. We already have a story mode called Episode Battle, so it's like, I don't know, like, what exactly this is. Is it like they're gonna do another story mode? But maybe they're just using this as a type of way just to, because this is, in a sense, this is how you select and progress through, the game, right? If you want to go to a specific part of the story, you would, explore your way through instead of just having like a layout that you would just select, right? Like how it is on, Episode Battle, right? So, again, it would be weird, but maybe that's just kind of the way they're doing it for it. And what I personally think it's going to be is it might actually be the Sim Dragon mode returning, okay? This translation, shoutouts to Zani. Is it Zany? Zani? Shoutouts to them. They I think they tweeted this at me, and they said, here are the translations, okay? When you head toward locations marked with icons on the map, something might happen. An exciting new experience begins, okay? An interactive map, right? Not just fight, something triggers when you explore. Now, I wouldn't take that 100% just yet. We'll see what happens. But to me, that kind of sounds like how Dragon Sim was, or Sim Dragon, right? If we go over what this mode was, this was part of Ultimate Battle. Now, what was also in Ultimate Battle, which is a new thing, like a category that they added, in the recent update with Sparking Zero because Mission 100 was added, okay? So we got Mission 100, the one in the question marks, by the way, right there, that's supposed to be survival mode. And what's coming, you know, either from now to the end of spring is survival mode. Survival mode was confirmed to be a free update for the spring in Sparking Zero. So we already have 2 out of the 4. Obviously, Dick Fusion. What is that? Patara Fusion? Disc Fusion. That's not going to be a thing. So I think in Ultimate Battle now, I think they're just going to be bringing back everything from it, right? That would make the most sense. But it's weird that they would make that a paid thing, okay, when Mission 100 and Survival were free, right? Maybe they're not going to call, or maybe they will call it Sim Dragon and it does have the same, you know, like elements from it, but maybe they're expanding it, making it better. I can't even tell you, man. Like, the decision-making process on this is weird. And again, I'm just going based off of the fact that it's in the trailer and it's promoting it as, you know, part of a big paid DLC. But maybe it is a free update and they'll have that at the same time as the paid DLC drop, or maybe they'll have that saved for later, okay? Because Sim Dragon's a little bit more complicated, right? There's a lot more effort that's going to go into that than Mission 100 and Survival, right? Because those at, you know, core value, right? At its core, those 2 modes, you're just, you know, battling, right? It's nothing crazy, okay? You just select, okay, these are the certain battles that I want to do, and then, like, you get maybe titles as rewards or whatever. It's like, it's nothing too crazy, but it adds to the game, and there's some longevity there, right? So Sim Dragon was a very unique game mode, okay? Almost RPG-like, not really, but it had like RPG elements. It was very strategic. It was a strategy-based game mode, and I personally, I did not really fuck with it too much, you know, when I was younger and I played this. I think it's a cool concept and idea and stuff, but like, for me, I just want to, when Tenkaichi and Sparking, like that game, like this game, like I just wanted to do battles and play story and stuff. Like, that's all I really cared about. But I think people would get a lot out of this mode, okay? And I would definitely, you know, give it a shot again now, if this is the case, if that's what they're going for. So you had a couple different things. From what I remember, it was either, I don't know if it was 50 or 70 days, okay, that this would last, right? And each day would be consumed by a certain action that you would do. If you're going to do fighting or exploration or training, right? There was also rest days, right? Like you would have to, you know, recover your energy and stuff. You could customize, but like, you know, there was like certain distribution with powering up your character or like stats and stuff. Like it had like a RPG like elements in this. It was a very, very cool mode, right? And you would think that, you know, I would personally like something like this, but it's like, it's just not that I didn't like it. It was just not really something I was interested in for this type of game, right? But again, it's cool because it's like they had something like this back then in a arena fighter, right? And you would still do, you know, after I think it was like 10 days of like powering up your character, training your character, doing things for your character, you would eventually, I think it was after 10 days, you would fight a certain, you know, enemy, right? Whether it be like Cell or, you know, something like that. So maybe that's the what we're kind of seeing right here, okay? Maybe this is these question marks or these exclamation marks and stuff. Like, these are actions. Like, the exclamation mark tells me, oh, that's where I need to go next, okay? These right here with, like, Master Roshi and, like, you know, Perfect Cell and stuff, maybe those are just, like, where you fight the enemies, okay? And maybe this right here is, like, a training area with the exclamation mark. Maybe the question mark is a rest area. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm just trying to compare it to how they did it here. So this is a little bit different, right? It's obviously going to look different with how Sparking Zero is now, right? But yeah, you can see up in the corner, I think those are the days. And like, yeah, it was different. It was definitely different, right? It was nothing like Survival. It was nothing like Mission 100. Again, you still would do battles, and you would still, like, you know, do the normal core arena fighter battle system, right, whenever you got to that point. But before, you would do stuff like that. And there were also mini games. I remember there were mini games. There was one with like Popo, I remember. And then like there was like one with like cards or something like that. I can't remember 100%, but just as a kid, when I tried it out, I was like, bro, this is this is too much for my brain to handle. And it really wasn't. Okay, this isn't like a super complicated mode or anything, but there's more thinking, there's more strategy, you know, integrated into this. It's not just, oh, I'm just fighting, right, the whole time. So if they do bring this back, that's gonna be huge, right? That would be huge for it. And I could understand why that one would be paid. It's still dumb because it's a game mode that was in the previous games. Like, why would we have to pay for this shit, right? We'll see, okay? I don't want to say 100% that it is paid, but I have a feeling they would do some bullshit like that. And again, it might not even be the Sim Dragon, okay? It could be something else. It could be taking elements of Sim Dragon and upgrading it beyond, you know, belief of what like they could actually do with it. Yeah, there's a lot that they could be doing with it. Maybe they're still using elements like the exploration for, I think they call Dragon Adventure in Tenkaichi 2. Was the name? They just had Dragon in front of everything. Like every mode was like, oh, you had Dragon Sim or Sim Dragon or whatever. Yeah, this shit. Like, and I don't even think, was that one in Tenkaichi 2? I don't even remember. Tenkaichi 3 I know had Sim Dragon, and that's why they, you know, divided it up into the ultimate battle. And again, that's exactly what they went for in Sparking Zero. So we're having 2 out of the 3. One of them's missing, and they are confirming a new game mode. So it's like, what else could it be? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a combination of things, okay? If we're paying for this, if we do pay for this, this better be some crazy, like, mode in terms of, like, a lot of effort being put into it. Like, why would they make you pay for it? It's weird, man. It's weird. But we'll see what happens. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. This is just very, very uncertain exactly what this is going to be. But I'm pretty excited for it, right? Obviously, you know, there's a lot. This is going to be a huge DLC. I saw some people asking, like, how much I think this would be. And because it is around the same price as, or not price, but the same amount of characters as how they usually do DLC, around like 11, like, you know, 8 to 11 characters is kind of how they do it. You know, give or take a few. I mean, at minimum, it's got to be at minimum $20, okay? And now they're adding stages. I don't know how many they're going to add. And they're also adding the outfits with the new attacks. So it's like, you know, that's more effort. That's more content. So this could be racked up to 30, potentially even around 40. I don't want to think of it like that. I think that's absurd, right? And if it's all included in one pack and you can't like pick and choose what you want, which is likely the case, then that's even worse, right? And I'm just going to advise you guys, and I've said this before in my comment section on replies, if there is a single element in this DLC that you do not care about, I'm talking if there's one outfit you don't care about, if there's one stage you don't care about, if there's like you better want every single thing in this DLC to put money towards it, okay? We're not going to do this shit again where people are going to be like, oh, new content, I'm not even going to do research about what it is. I'm just going to buy it. And then they buy it. And then they're like, this shit is ass. This is garbage. I paid $40. I paid $30 for this. And it's garbage. It's like, brother, what happened to doing research before you buy something, right? Like if you're going to buy a new appliance or something, you need to make sure that it is of good quality first, right? Don't just blindly purchase something just because it's new and shiny, right? It's crazy. It's almost honestly like sad that I have to point that out, but there are actually people out there that'll just buy something and they'll go based off of like the merit of what it was in the past or something like that. And it's like, okay, man, like I can understand that, like, you know, this is something that you're excited about and everything, and we're all excited about it. But do not buy this shit if there is even a single thing about it that you don't care for, you're not interested in. If you're not going to play it, right, and you're not getting your money's worth, do not buy it, okay? And most people, they won't, right? Most people probably won't buy this because there's a lot of things on this that were supposed to be in the base game, right? I'm personally going to buy it because I'm going to get, as a content creator, yes, you're going to be getting way more out of it, right? Okay, because I can make content on it. I can play this, you know, on my free time. I like this game. So if I like the game, I'm going to obviously, you know, try out everything that this has to offer, especially when I'm going to be paying money for this, right? So for you guys, you know, that are, you know, not doing content or whatever, or maybe you don't, you're just wanting to get back into this game because there's new content, like oh, there's a big update. There are things in it that I wanted for a while, right? I can understand that. Okay, but do some research on it beforehand. Do not like, I mean, you can't pre-order this, which is good. Like that, if they had that as a feature, that would be horrible. But yeah, when this actually releases, okay, because we're gonna be getting obviously more and more information before it releases. Wait for it to release. Wait for people to post gameplay and stuff of it. And once you've seen everything on this, and you're convinced, you're like, hey, you know, this actually looks awesome. Even if there are some characters that you don't really care for, but you still really want something in this, okay, I can understand it. But yeah, I would advise, do not buy this without doing a lot of research. Do not buy this if there's one single thing about it that you do not care for, you're not interested in, okay?
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet!